Welcome to Smokey Approved. On this one, this is kind of going to be a little bit of a different one, so just get it out of the way. This is a personal friend. I do know either one of the artists that's on here. I don't know if my boy KRAZY is going to rap. He made the beat, or he rapped, he made the beat, or he's just putting this collective together. So to get that out of the way, I personally know this person, KRAZY. That's my guy. Showed me real love when I pulled up in Bristol when I was out there. So I'm just, since I'm doing this and I'm checking out UK artists, I'm like, it's just mandatory I do this for the homie. Like, I have to do one of these. But to keep it fair and balanced, like we do for anybody that comes across the platform, though, I just, one, want to make it known that, hey, that's how I know this person for real. But then two, I hope it's good because, damn, that's my dog. And I got to keep it 100 on the platform. So, I know that he makes music. I've heard a couple records. I do already rock with the music he does make. I don't know what he's kind of working on right now. I know he's got the WARPATH EP coming out, or it's already out. I don't actually know. But this is the music video for that. There's KRAZY, Impact, MERV, FORMI, FRETS, DAYSA, and Guirre, I believe is how you say that last name. Oh, and it's produced by Cali Mist. Shout out to all you. This is going to be a part of the American Reacts to UK music series that I'm doing over here. So that's why I'm also doing this. But if there's any people from Bristol, like local, that you guys want me to check out or anything like that, or if we can go like run the numbers up on the homies video, let's do that. But let's get into this reaction. And yeah, thank you for stopping by.
You want to play the game?
Okay, so also I know he does make grime, so this should be a grime record is what I'm thinking, especially how the production sounds.
I game. I speak, stop, and you will listen. What are you waiting for, huh? Yes, you. I summon your mouth.
All right, so this before we get to the rhymes, let's just cover the beat real quick. The beat sounds like it's almost like a grime beat, but then it also sounds like a classic, like 90s, like late 90s, early 2000s, like New York style track at the same time. It's kind of the vibes I'm getting.
For, huh? Yes, you. I summon your maggot.
Don't start it, man, you just gonna make yourself a target. Cold-hearted, man, I'm straight freezing like the heights. Stop the dog shit, you don't live that life, so why talk it? You about as authentic as Moschino from the market. A dark...
Hey, the fact that because I know him and him rhyming about Moschino is funny as fuck. That nigga loves fucking Moschino.
Dog shit, you don't live that life, so why talk it? You about as authentic as Moschino from the market. A dark it, sweep your whole career under the carpet. You don't know my name, I fucking crab it. In your fucking brain when I start spit. The way I rip off heads, you think you're sharp it. So RIP to the soon departed. Your boss, right? That bitch, you just a gobshite. And scars to make you hot, that means you lost fight. BB, you must be like 5 balloons and nose high. Punchlines that hit you so hard, that if you boss out, I swear down. I'm not the type to cross right. I drop it so cold, the Eskimos get frostbite. And I go goose from Bristol to Mossad. It's not nice, so if you want to try it, well, it's not wise. I'll crack your cheek.
Okay. I haven't heard KRAZY rhyme in a minute, and this seems like this is like he was really serious on here. Like he really wanted to like show niggas like, hey, don't play with me. So I really like this KRAZY verse. It's probably one of my favorite verses I've heard from him. And you know how I do on here when it's a song full of rappers. I got to give it to who I think has the best verse. Haven't heard nobody else. So KRAZY gets first position right now. But let's get into it.
Like Canelo on some ninja shit like Michelangelo and Donatello. I'm like Wonder, I got vision, I ain't never going prison. You won't catch me up and down the wing like I was Shao Cancelo. I'll give you some more like I've been burning gooey marshmallows. Fire bars that leave you burnt like the Arsenal keeper Leno. I'll piss on any demo of these doo-doo spitting fellows. All these rappers chat is wet. Marty Pello, not me, I'm top G, I'm...
Okay, if my UK people are watching this, that wet Mari Pello, can somebody explain that reference to me? Because I have no idea what the fuck that means. Like, I get the wet part, like niggas just always talking about killing, but I don't get how the punch connects with Mari Pello. I don't know who that is.
Of these doo-doo spitting fellows, all these rappers chat is wet. Marty Pello, not me, I'm top G.
Oh, Marty Pello. I still don't know who it is, but I heard the bar better this time.
Demo of these doo-doo spitting fellows, all these rappers chat is wet. Marty Pello, not me, I'm top G, I'm pulling strings like Geppetto. Rapping up these rappers like they mummified pharaoh. I don't care who's your rello, I'll still slap you with an arrow. See, I'm known for hitting targets like I'm Sergio Aguero. Only time you hold a stick is when you're eating a salad.
Man, who the fuck is Sergio Aguero? I'm like, I need to know who this person is now. Oh, okay. It's a football reference. It's a football reference. Okay, because I'm like, I don't know who the fuck that guy is. Okay. Are all these people he's referencing just football players, soccer players for us, but football players for you guys? Because if so, then that makes a whole lot more sense.
Rapping up these rappers like they mummified pharaoh. I don't care who's your rello, I'll still slap you with an arrow. See, I'm known for hitting targets like I'm Sergio Aguero. Only time you hold a stick is when you're eating a Solero. I'm hotter than a summer's day in Rio de Janeiro. I was born with a dream and I'll give more to the scene. I'm cold like Torval and Dean when they're skating to Bolero.
I'm a son.
Yo, hey, I don't. If the names are in order, then Impact MERV. Son is nice. I've never heard him before. And the way he ended that verse, I was just like, oh, like he fucked up the rhyme cadence. And then he brought it right back and ended the bar on the same kind of like rhyme cadence. I'm like, yeah, like that. It takes a skill one because I thought he fucked it up. But then like he ended it properly. I'm like, oh, yeah, like, yo, that shit is nice. Technically wise, I have to give it just from my personal preference of technical proficiency. I like Impact's verse a little bit more, but the shit KRAZY talking, because I actually know him, is just like, yo, the nigga's the same in real life and on the record. I really do appreciate that shit. I really do. So that's why I'm like, only from the technical aspect is he gonna go to number 2 right now. But that boy Impact, he had to do a lot to take that first spot because that shit was nice. I see the skill required to write his verse, so that's why I fuck with it.
Savage. Yeah, I don't think that you could manage if you reach.
One day in Rio de Janeiro, I was born with a dream and I'll give more to the scene. I'm cold like Torval and Dean when they're skating to Bolero.
I'm a savage. Yeah, I don't think that you could manage if you reach. Supervisor then surpassed it, spastic. Embarrass albums with my ad-libs, I frantically smashing all these raps with my basher like it's Charlie work. Spitting bars like it hardly work. Need to reassess your tactics and start to learn. We're the top-notch, your team's full of slosh pots. Fiending hard for the gear and the cogs. What you mean? Make an OnlyFans so I can sell crack legally. Your males can't speak to me, I shell gangs easily. And if you fuck with me and KRAZY, well, we might erase man's EP, please. Just don't fuck with us. Never. You're fake and wet like rubber ducks. I make you take 10 fucking bumps. With a chang in my hand and abruptly run.
I ain't tryna die, but
Alright, so that's FORMI, I believe. FORMI's talking some big shit, some shit that like, yo, fuck with us, like we'll delete your fucking EP. So it's like FORMI, like the engineer, or like he owns the studio locally or some shit. Like, does he hold the keys to the castle to let a nigga record a record? Because if so, then that makes his verse harder. But I would have to go Impact, KRAZY, FORMI currently is my order of who's got the best verse.
But I'm trying to top myself, trying to be someone else, useful as a pop that melts.
I make you take 10 fucking bumps. With a chang in my hand and abruptly run.
I ain't trying to die, but I'm trying to top myself, trying to be someone else, useful as a pop that melts. Ill as fuck, can't cure it, nothing helps. Viruses creeping up under stealth forfeit. They applause dust till dawn when we talk shit. Boring whores wanna ring up and report it. All corporate, following the law shit. Don't even step on my lawn brick. Fuck a Karen, you ain't getting on this bandwagon. Moving all wet like a damn salmon. Every jam's banging like a damn cannon. Side city when I strap 'em. Dodging them bullies with a baton. Fuck the 5-0. You got food, then shut your pile. I ain't talking swimming when I say Lilo. You lot are hot like Cairo, just like my biro. This maniac get pyro with bars on the hydro.
Alright, so FORMI and Death Threats to me, just for where they're at, I'm gonna call them 3A, 3B, because they're just like neither person to me just like outclassed the other person. They're just really good verses still. So like that's really where it's at for me. So I'm just like, Impact did a little bit to edge KRAZY, but KRAZY already had like a KRAZY verse. So I'm like, okay, I like that one. So that's my order right now. So it's Impact, KRAZY, FORMI, and Def. And then let's see, this is DAYSA and GUIRE. Are they a group? Is that why you put the "and" there?
Just like my biro, this maniac get pyro with bars on the hydro.
Speak behind my back, I'll tear your face off. I've got a dirty mind that needs a brainwash. Land 1,000 blows to the same spot. I ain't just trying to meet my maker, trying to see what he's made of. I keep my speech quite bitter, not the average Joe. My brain is 3 times quicker. I've been dead for years, you couldn't see my picture. When I'm walking down the road, the fucking street lights flicker. Whoa! I cast stones at the innocent and fuck ever going back and forth like it's Wimbledon. Militant on all slacking simpletons. Most rappers couldn't shoot their shot like they're impotent. I'll finish them. I'm a certified invalid, working my verse till I'm hurting my fingertips. Your words are like work, always swerving like hit and miss. You think that I suck? You're a bunch of fucking hypocrites.
All right, so we got, if that's DAYSA, then DAYSA is now going to be 3. So now it's going to go Impact, KRAZY, DAYSA, FORMI, and Def, and then Guire. I believe. Hey, if I'm fucking the name up, I'm sorry. I don't know how to say that. I almost want to say Guire, like the cheese, or Gruyere. It's like almost right there for me. So that's why I'm like, I don't know. And it almost looks like Guire, like McGuire. So I'm like, I don't know. Somebody let me know how to say this man's name. I'm sorry. But yeah, we're gonna let him go and then see who's got the best.
Always swerving like hit and miss. You think that I suck? You're a bunch of fucking hypocrites.
Dap up a boy like a Smith & Wesson, called a National Guard. I'm a lethal weapon, I'm a landmine. The only man don't wanna step or violate. You know I'm explosive like C4 in my right hand, my left hand. Kick back hard like Revenge and Stefan. One man for count on the blessing. Allow the subliminal transgression. Before we dig deep in your words and leave all no stressing. Man, I want beef, oh no man, I'm not bluffing. Cold turkey clucking for the gang to chug you a nugget. But you can't fucking refuse, there's no obstacle. We look at you like chewed up KFC bones in a bucket. That we dash in the bin, match drawn, and then we be gashing your limb. Your fault, you drawed out the wickedest gin, and now you're rocking the ting. Okey pokey cokey jokes until you properly sing.
Better luck next time.
Okay, so final order, it's gonna go Impact, KRAZY, DAYSA, FORMI, Def, and then Guire. That's my final order. However, I'm just choosing whose verse I like the best in that order. However, the song though, this is a nice little like Warpath record, like one of those like super aggressive hard style type like beats and shit like that. And again, like it almost sounds like a grind beat, but it doesn't really sound like a grind beat to me. It more so sounds like a New York, like early dirty gritty New York type beat, and dudes just got on here to rhyme, and that's really more so what this is, and less of a grime record. I could be totally wrong. You guys let me know in the comment section, but you know how I do over here. It's Smokey approved. The record is approved. It's not just approved because it's my man's. It's really everybody actually showed up and had quality verses that if you were to take the time to listen to, you couldn't tell me those were bad verses. So that's why I'm like, I have to approve the record because the music is good. I just get to so happen to approve one of my homies' records for once. So I'm happy to do so. I'm happy I didn't have to tell him about himself. He really showed up on his verse, had a little bit of personality in there too. So I'm happy with that. Yeah, let's get these numbers up on this. Check out their EP when it drops, or if it's already out, go check that out. Yeah, tap in with KRAZY if you're trying to rock with anybody in Bristol. To me, like he's the mayor over there for me. Like if I need something done in that city, I'm for sure reaching out to him first. So yeah, that's it for me on this one. If there's more people from Bristol I need to check out, or like if you want me to actually check out more of either KRAZY's music or anybody's music on this song, then put it in the comment section. I'll for sure get to it and add it to the rotation. But you see how we do at the top. We got a lot of records to get through, so I'm trying to get to them as soon as possible. But yeah, that's it for me on this one. This is Warpath, KRAZY, Impact, FORMI, Def, FRETS, DAYSA GUIRE, produced by Cali Mist. It's on the Warpath EP. Check it out. Thank you for stopping by. I'm out of here.